What comes to mind when you think of the first page of the Bible? For most of us, it's the famous six-day creation story. God speaks, and things appear. Simple, right? But what if I told you that beneath that familiar surface lies a stunningly sophisticated literary masterpiece? What if Genesis 1 isn't just a list of what was made, but a carefully constructed blueprint for the entire universe? It contains a hidden pattern, an elegant symmetry that, once you see it, will change the way you read this ancient text forever. Let's uncover the brilliant design you may have never seen before. Section 1, The Problem and the Pattern. The story opens with a description of the pre-creation world. The earth is described with two powerful Hebrew words, tohu v'avohu, often translated as formless and void. This isn't just empty space. This is a picture of a chaotic, disordered, uninhabitable wasteland. It's a dark, watery abyss, completely unsuitable for life. The rest of the chapter is a masterclass in problem solving, as God systematically resolves these two core issues. The world is formless, and it is empty. And he does it with a breathtakingly brilliant parallel structure. The first 3 days are all about tackling the formless problem. God is giving the world its fundamental structure. He's creating the domains of existence. On day 1, the very first act is the creation of light and the separation of that light from the darkness. This is the most basic act of bringing order to chaos. Before anything else can happen, there must be a rhythm, a distinction between day and night. God is creating time itself. On day 2, he continues this work of separation. He creates the sky, a vault or firmament that separates the waters above from the waters below. In the ancient mindset, this creates two distinct realms, the heavens and the seas. The chaotic waters are now organized, contained within their proper boundaries. On day 3, the ordering continues. God pushes back the waters on the earth to create dry land. The formless planet now has a solid foundation, and for the first time, he introduces life, vegetation, plants, and trees. The world now has its essential shapes, light and dark, sky and sea, land and vegetation. The formlessness is gone, but the world is still void. It's empty. So, the next 3 days perfectly mirror the first 3, this time filling the forms that were just created. Day 4 corresponds perfectly to day 1. The domains of light and dark that were established are now filled. God creates the sun to govern the day and the moon and stars to govern the night. These aren't just light bulbs, they are rulers placed in charge of the realms of time. Day 5 directly mirrors day 2. The domains of the sky and the seas, separated on the second day, are now filled with life. God creates fish and great sea creatures to teem in the waters, and birds to fly across the expanse of the sky. The empty spaces are now bursting with movement and sound. Day 6, of course, parallels day 3. The dry land that appeared is now populated. God creates land animals of every kind to fill the earth. And then, as the pinnacle of this filling phase, he creates humanity. But humanity's creation is described uniquely. They are made in God's own image and likeness, tasked with being his representatives, to multiply, to care for, and to oversee the beautiful world he has just formed and filled. Section 2, The True Climax. With humanity on the scene, we might assume the story has reached its grand finale. The stage is set, the actors are in place. But the story's structure points us to a different, more profound climax. The true peak of the creation week isn't day 6. It's day 7. On the 7th day, God rests. Now, our modern idea of rest is tied to exhaustion. We rest because we're tired from our work. But that's not what's happening here. In ancient Near Eastern thought, when a god rests, it signifies something far more significant. A god rests by taking his seat on his throne within a completed temple. Rest is an act of enthronement, of assuming sovereign control over a finished and ordered domain. On day 7, God isn't taking a break. He is taking his rightful place as king over the cosmos. The entire universe, so perfectly formed and filled, is presented as his cosmic temple. Creation wasn't just about making things, it was about establishing a sacred space, an ordered reality where God could dwell in a special relationship with his creatures, particularly the human beings made in his image. The goal of creation, the ultimate point of the whole story, is achieving this state of perfect, ordered, divine rest. It's the moment the king takes his throne. Conclusion. So, when we peel back the layers, we see that Genesis 1 is not trying to be a modern science textbook. Arguing about its compatibility with physics or biology misses the point entirely. It's a profound theological declaration, a poetic and powerful account of purpose. It tells us that the universe is not a cosmic accident but the intentional, masterfully designed handiwork of a creator who brings order, beauty, and life out of chaos. It establishes the life-giving rhythm of work and rest. And it bestows incredible dignity upon humanity as the appointed caretakers of this world, all within a grand cosmic temple built for a relationship with God. If this summary gave you a new perspective on a familiar story, consider subscribing for more deep dives that go beyond the surface.